Hi, this is Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and today we're going for a ride and a chat, and we're going to be talking about how to cleanse your crystals in an emergency situation. So today I am driving across town, and I got a phone call from a close friend of mine, and she's like, oh my gosh, I am about to go into a very important meeting that just got called on at the last minute, and she's like, my boss is going to be there and other people are going to be there, and I'm not really sure what to do and that sort of thing. And she was like, I was like, okay, first off, do you have a crystal? And she was just like, yes, I've got a crystal on. And I said, okay, what do you got on? And she said sodalite, I think it is. So I was like, okay, not a problem. But she goes, I've been wearing this sodalite several times and I haven't cleansed it. And I was like, aha, I know where you're at. So what I told her is she has like 20 or 30 minutes before the meeting starts. And so I said, go take that into the bathroom and run it under some water for a moment, and then kind of shake it out. Literally take it and shake it, you know what I'm saying, in the air. And like once it's dry, then the stone itself, once it's dry, then what you need to do is think about like the intentions that you have for the meeting. What are the intentions that you have for the meeting? And so many times it can be like she's like, oh, this happened and this happened and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, what would be your best outcome? So really think about what is your best outcome for this meeting. And she goes, I don't know why it was called. And I was like, so right off the top of my head, I would be like, intuition would be telling me that whatever I'm asked, I can answer easily. I can give people the answer that they are looking for, clearly, concisely. And she was like, okay, I know about that. And I said, and then on top of that, like that you hear other people, like what is it really, and not just like the words coming out of their mouth, but what are the intentions of what they're telling you? Why are they coming up with this? Why are they saying this? Or what is it that they really want you to hear out of that? And so she was like, okay, quite interesting. Hadn't thought of that. And I said, so, and go in there with an open mind, an open heart. Doesn't have to be like wide open, but it needs to be open a little bit so you can hear their heart. Like, what is it that they're complaining about? Or what is it, why they called this meeting? Or what's the issue or the problem? Or maybe they're calling you in just because you're great at finding solutions. So that's what you want to amplify, is hearing their heart. Have them really hear you, really hear what's going on with the situation. And if it's not meant to be personal, don't take it personal, and try not to take anything personal. It's one of those, it's usually what the other person is going through anyway, and that's why they came up with the stuff or whatever it is. So I was like, don't deal with any of that. So be open energy, open-hearted, and really just try to kind of ease into what's going on around you. So that is like, yes, here we go, having the best energy and the best intentions of what's going on, and really hearing things. And so I will let you know how this goes, but I will tell you that's kind of like the best way of like cleansing crystals at the last moment. And it happens to a lot of us. Like, I'll wear crystals or sacred geometry, and sometimes like we use it a couple of times and we're not cleansing it out the way we're supposed to, we're not dealing with it the way we're supposed to. So that's something like, this could be a little differently, or this is a little harsh, or whatever it is. So make sure that you can cleansing your crystals on time, or on a regular basis, kind of like when you're supposed to. The other one is make sure that you are like have an emergency stash of crystals. That's kind of like one of the things I've learned. I have like a little bag in my purse that I carry all the time with crystals in it, because a lot of times there are things that come up, or my energy shifts or changes around what I'm doing, and it's really important that I keep that energy open, that I really do. So that's kind of like, okay, so let's keep that energy open. So having fresh crystals, especially if you're going to an event or going through a situation where the energy may shift or change quickly. And I have another client that is going through that. She's getting ready for her daughter's wedding, and so she's going out of town, so that can be a little stressful, and people are staying in hotels, and it's kind of like one of those destination weddings, which sounds beautiful. And so I was like, bring in ones that you can change quickly. Now, one of the things I love about this chain is that it is easy to switch things in and out. So that's one of my, like, bring things, a good length chain that you can easily just change out the stone very quickly, very easily. That will help so much to be able to kind of keep this energy in flow. And sometimes, you know, other people are stressed. The groom's parents are stressed. The bridesmaids can be stressed. You know, all of that energy can be just like overwhelming. So just know that this is something that's important to kind of keep your energy cleansed and going in the right direction. So if you're in a situation where your energy may shift quickly, or like a high stress situation, that's very, very important. I will tell you that is a very, very important one to do. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.